I think we can all agree that doing traditional meal prep just sucks. Sucks. Spending 3 hours on a Sunday preparing meals, putting them in the pretty little glass containers, and then you go to eat it and you think, oh, not this meal again, I don't want it. And if you're anything like me, I hate food waste, but I'll end up binning the whole lot because I want something different. So we're going to get around that because none of us have time on a Sunday after the kids swim meet and seeing family and doing all the things to spend 3 hours prepping in the kitchen for food that we're never going to eat. The kids certainly don't want, and we're frankly burnt out with the whole thing. So, yes, having some preparation done is the key to making your life easy. Between you working full time, having a family, all of the things, we need to make sure it's easy, but it also needs to be realistic. Okay, so this is my realistic strategy to this. So the baseline here, we are going to prep a week's worth of food and healthy meals in 90 minutes or less. I sometimes do this in 30 minutes, even with all the kids running around. There's no fancy ingredients, there's no complicated recipes, and there's no pretending that your kids actually want to eat quinoa, because they don't. So traditional meal prep fails for all of these reasons, and I'm sure we have all been there through it. My method, it's realistic, and it's what I call the building block method. And I look at prepping components instead of entire meals. So, for instance, batch cooking some protein like a full chicken that we can shred, produce, and it sounds very silly, but I will pre-chop onions, bell peppers, carrots, tomatoes, cucumber, lettuce, a whole melon. I know if I look in the fridge and I want a snack right now, and there's a entire melon sat there, I'm never going to chop that in the middle of a busy day. So what I'll always end up doing then is opening the cupboard and picking out a cookie. Whereas if that melon is pre-chopped and in a container, I'm way more likely to go to the fruit. So melon, pineapple, chuck it in there, chop it up, put it in the fridge, and every time somebody opens the fridge, we can grab a little bit of fruit. And berries, now they require no prep, but I know the kids love them, so make sure we've got some of those. Pantry, organised, ready to go, microwave packs of rice, pasta in there, pita breads, bagels, that kind of thing, easy. And the same with snacks. So we've obviously got our fruit-based snacks, and then we might have a couple more adult bars for you and some of the other things that the kids like. So 30-minute game plan, pop the protein on to cook and leave it in there until it's cooked. We don't want to be eating raw chicken. And whilst that is cooking, prep the fresh ingredients. So chop them up, put them in containers. So when we want to make a stir fry, we grab out the onions, the peppers, and we chuck it in, and there we go. That's perfect. When we want to make fajitas, we do exactly the same thing. Shove a fajita mix on it, and it's perfect, and it's done. And then we add the pre-cooked shredded chicken. We have a wrap, and dinner takes 10 minutes. Okay, so examples: proteins, rotisserie chicken, hard-boiled eggs, deli turkey or ham, canned tuna or salmon. So these are my like typical absolute lazy options that I go for. Carbs, tortillas, pita breads, pre-cooked rice, microwave packets, crisp bread, cracker type options. And then the fresh ingredients that last. So I've already been through some of these, but just having these chopped ready. I know it doesn't take an awful lot of time to chop up the red pepper, but when we look at an entire pepper, a bell pepper, and we think, oh, I've got to chop it up, then I've got to wash the chopping board, then I've got to sort out, oh, if it's already done, it's already there, and we just throw it all together. So the 5-minute meal combos: pita, deli meat, cucumber, hummus. There you go, there's lunch. So when you've got 5 minutes between meetings, instead of just going down that endless snack stream, there you go. And then we come to dinners. Tortillas, you can take the pre-cooked chicken, we can throw in some peppers, some cheese, some onion in a fajita mix, and you can get the ready prepared packet sachets, perfect, add a seasoning to them, and that will be cooked in 10 minutes, absolute max, and dinner will be on the table, so no other running around screaming kids saying, where's dinner, I'm hungry. Crackers, tuna, tomatoes, crack of black pepper on there, perfect, really good lunch option. Homemade egg fried rice, microwave pack of rice, crack an egg into it and mix it in with some veggies that we've already pre-chopped. There you go, egg fried rice. Add some edamame beans if we want something a little bit denser in terms of protein, and then just salad, protein, and a dressing. So simple. Kid-friendly hacks: set them up a snack station, give them a little bit of a prep job so they can help with some of it, put on a long movie, use a nap time, and then just say, do you know what, this might not be perfect, but it's okay, I can just grab in some easy to go bits. Storage tips that just really work: You can then see your food. We can pop in, grab and go portions, pantry items at eye level, so you're not thinking, oh, I've got to go and buy rice, and actually there's a whole load of it just on a shelf that we can't see. Keep it simple, visible and accessible. And I know that sounds really silly, but it makes a really big difference. And the reality check. Some weeks we will nail it, and some weeks we'll order pizza. Both is okay. If we have a pizza, we don't have to have the whole thing. We're not off track. It's not a disaster. We can have a couple of slices and we can pair it with a salad and we're done. It's not about having Pinterest perfect prep. Remember, those people are child free. Their full-time job is likely content creation. It's not realistic. It's about having options when life gets really crazy, to reduce that mental load and to feed the family without stress, so you can stay on track as well. Start small, build the habit, give yourself grace, and you're doing a lot better than you think. And I talk about prep, and obviously I help with the coaching side of things, because this alone, just doing some meal prep alone, is probably not going to get you to where you want to be in terms of results and progress. But if you want this and to bring it all together, then drop me a message on Instagram and I'm going to give you some very quick actionable tips. I'll do it via a voice note, and so I can help you feel less stuck and we can go through this journey together.